Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 1v1 on Faymonville Approach. That is a new map that was introduced in the Western Front expansion, and I think we haven't seen it in cast, have we? I think I may have, yeah, I did play it for Becoming a Hero, but we have not cast it just yet, so it's a pretty nice map. But anyways, our heroes today are going to be HOI-PauL.a.D, or PauL.a.D, playing for the Soviets, and his opponent is going to be xHoLyHammerx, playing for the OKW. Both players, really good. You should probably have heard about him, but xHoLyHammerx, the one we're watching right now, he is currently ranked, at the time of casting this, 22nd for his OKW play, the Oberkommandos, Oberkommando West, and his opponent, PauL.a.D, is ranked 28th. Actually, no, never mind. That's 12th. I was looking at the US 12 for his Soviet play, so even better. Ranked number 12 for his Soviet. So there you go. So let's take a look and see what's been going on. We have PauL.a.D getting himself Tier 1 opening, interestingly enough. But, okay, I was going to say interestingly enough, he hasn't built anything from it, but he was waiting for the scout car, and there goes the scout car getting two conscript squads out to start with, so we'll see some heavy scout cars pushes probably. And then his opponent, well, still doesn't have anything just yet because it's very difficult for the OKW to get any tech right off the bat. We see his truck right there, and we'll see what he ends up, converting it into. We do, however, see that both players have selected their doctrines, and one of them for Paul is Armored Assault Tactics. And for xHoLyHammerx, we have Breakthrough Doctrine. So we're probably going to be seeing those fusiliers or whatever, those fuses capturing. So yeah, the map, let's take a look at it a little bit. I mean, you can see there, strategic points spread across three sides right there, all across the center, surrounded by strategic points, like two on top, two on the bottom. And then you got your munitions on the edge of the map right there, and your fuel that goes right. It's basically in between the victory points on each side, so pretty interesting. Up at the top, we see an engagement, the scout car running into those Storm Pioneers. Storm Pioneers, very dangerous. However, they don't have any anti-tank threats capability, basically. So the scout car will take a lot of damage, as you can see right there. It's being forced to back off. But it can get the flamethrower upgrade on that on the engineer. They can actually do a lot of damage to those Storm Pioneers. However, in this engagement, the Storm Pioneers end up winning. The scout car is forced to back off, and the combat engineers will probably be popping off to get some repairs. We do see the flamethrower getting upgraded right now for Paul, and he will be able to inflict some hurt on those Storm Pioneers later on. Conscripts retreating from the north. We see a Volksgrenadier squad and the Storm Pioneers just circling around. Those three squads, very dangerous to fight with only one. But we now see a sniper coming on the field for PauL.a.D. Let's see what that sniper can do. Those sniper ladies, and we have on the left-hand side the Volksgrenadiers engaging against the conscripts. Now, unfortunately, I am not an expert, which I should be if I'm doing this, but I am not too familiar how the engagement goes between these two guys. Who wins at what ranges? I mean, it looks here like the Volksgrenadiers lost very handily to the conscripts. Does that happen at any range, or is it, like the classic that, oh, this squad wins the long-range engagement, but this squad wins the medium and close range, kind of like the rifles and the Grants. So, if you know, let me know. Left-hand side, scout car coming in for a drive-by flaming, putting some posts there on the forums, and they managed to force away their opponents, as we see that xHoLyHammerx has built himself the Mechanized Regiment Headquarters, which would be Tier 2. And fuel transfer. So I think he activated, that's why it has that effect. So he is increasing the fuel income at the cost of munitions. Munitions income is reduced by 50%, and for every 4 munitions per minute that is lost, 1 fuel per minute is gained. So it makes it so that you get more fuel with the Oberkommandos, because by default they receive less resources than other races, I want to say. But yeah, I mean, I can't show it right now, obviously, because the game has started. But if you notice at the very beginning of the game, the resources that the factions start with are different, and the Oberkommandos do have quite a bit less. Anyways, we have a flak half-track on the field. I have encountered this thing on the field, and it is quite a beast if it manages to throw only a few shots at infantry. They almost get instantly pinned down, so it's very difficult. It does need some setup time, as you can see there. It has to stop. It lowers its side skirts, and it allows the gun to shoot. Otherwise, it cannot, so, you know, it can't shoot on the move, which is, well, why it is such a powerful weapon, because it cannot be mobile. So up in the north, conscripts forced to retreat in the face of those storm pioneers. Never have pioneers look so intimidating. But there you see the damage that it went down. Managed to nail two guys right there. Oh, poor little guy right there. But anyways, yeah, they managed to make it out of there, so they're fine. Sniper, has it actually done anything? Oh, double snipers. Whoa, that is very ballsy. Very ballsy indeed. So we got double snipers on the field for Paul. That is going to inflict a lot of damage there to those Storm Pioneers. They are very good combatants. And we see that he is laying down some shoe mines. Shoe mines is an effective anti-personnel mine and can disable vehicles. I believe you can stack them or something like that, and they have the ability to disable the vehicles, but there we go. The conscripts pushing over to the right-hand side. They run into the Storm Pioneers. One of the squads actually, well, Volksgrenadier squad pops into the house, making it more difficult. We have a second squad behind here. Getting another conscript squad out in the open. These snipers are... they're nearby for support. Oh, sorry about that. No. But, yeah. I don't know why that actually came up. Kind of annoying. Well, anyways. But they are able to help out there. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Sorry about that. So the flank half-track pushing into the center with Volksgrenadiers there for support. The snipers really unable to do much damage there as they, well, they're going to get ripped to shreds by the flank half-track, so they need the meat shields of the conscripts as they push forward. Nice one, says HOI-PauL.a.D. Not entirely sure what he's referring to. Maybe he's just having the flak half-track there. Second flak half-track coming out onto the field. We now have the other supply half-track on the field for xHoLyHammer, but he has yet to utilize it. We'll see what he ends up doing. Conscripts running straight into those shoe mines. End up losing one of their men. And over on the right-hand side, a mine gets hit as well, destroying the scout car. I'm going to assume it was also a shoe mine. I mean, the hole that it leaves looks kind of familiar. And it does says that it, you know, has the capability of dealing with light vehicles, so you can't really get too lighter than the Soviet scout car. I suppose the cool wagon thing is maybe lighter, but yeah, I mean, there you go. So flak half-tracks actually being set up in a bit of a wall fashion. Oh, look at that. One hit just lands straight in between the conscripts and gets them suppressed. So, again, it makes it very difficult to be able to break through that. And, well, HOI-PauL.a.D did go for tier 1, which makes it kind of difficult. He's going to have to either... yeah, that's what I was figuring. He's going to have to go tier 2 or try and tech to something else, but he doesn't have the fuel. But, yeah, he decides to go to tier 2. Got to get himself some AT guns and try to dislodge those flak half-tracks. Storm Pioneers running into the snipers end up getting themselves shot, losing 2 of their members. They realize that and retreat as they know that they will not be able to kill the snipers in time. They may, but it's very risky. So conscripts once again forced to retreat as the flak panzers just stopped them cold all over the place. On the right-hand side, these conscripts ended up taking quite a beating there. And away they go. And tier 2 is now up for HOI-PauL.a.D, and I would assume that a AT gun will be built ASAP. Snipers managing to catch these Storm Pioneers down to 1 man. One of the shots missed as they were running, and there they go, managing to execute a squad, and an unfortunate retreat path there for xHoLyHammer. The flak half-track is moving in that direction, but the snipers are not going to be baited. They're not going to move in that direction. The conscripts may actually pop into the house just to get some sight range and see the flak half-track, but I believe they are now aware of it. No, maybe not. I don't know. Back at base, still no additional tech. We do have... actually, we don't have. We do have an AT gun being built here by Paul.a.D. And a little bit of a stationary thing. We do have Fusiliers on the field, Panzer Fusiliers. Light infantry, they have grenades available. They also have anti-tank, like rifle grenades, I believe, something like that. So they're quite good, but they are more fragile. I didn't mean like it says there. So light infantry equipped with long-range fighting. And yeah, I mean they'll put out the DPS at long range, but well, I mean they are equipped, as you can see, with G43s, so you know that should tell you enough. So there they go. The flak half-track just doing its job and stopping the infantry cold, not allowing them to do much. The AT gun is now on the field. The AT gun is moving up. Can get some shots off on this flak panzer if it wanted to, or the other one. It decides to focus on the one on the left. Taking some damage from the one on the right, however. Shot flies into the center, misses the half-track in the middle, and is only getting some damage applied on it by the one on the side. AT gun backs off. It is still quite healthy with 5 men left. The conscripts are taking some damage. AT gun goes off, misses once again the flak half-track. Very unfortunate here for Paul.a.D. Does manage, however, to force it to back off. Takes another shot and manages to nail it. Brings it down to about 60% health. And there we go. The other flak half-track did back off a little bit. And the AT gun will be forced to back off and get some heals because it has taken a lot of damage. Left-hand side, a grenade goes off by the Volks Grenadiers, nailing the conscripts, forcing them into retreat. And there they go. And yeah, I mean, Paul.a.D. is not in a very good spot here. You can see that he only has two points in his control. We'll highlight them down there. There we go. But yeah, I mean, xHoLyHammer pretty much dominating the rest of the map. He decides to go for the battle group headquarters, which is essentially tier 1. Gives him medics as well, so you know he'll be able to get his squads back to full strength. And he is building himself an AT gun as well. It's a rocket gun of sorts, but there you go. G43 shots flying over on the right-hand side, trying to hit those combat engineers. Combat engineers taking a little bit of damage, but quite fine. They're gonna go back to the yeah, whatever. They're gonna go and try to cap the point on the far right-hand side. The fuel is also a little bit there for the taking. The flak panzer, sorry, the flak half-track has been forced to back off a little bit, and the houses should provide enough protection there to be able to put up a fight. But for now, he is getting himself 2 AT guns to be able to potentially deal very quickly with the flak half-tracks. We see that both AT guns are currently set up. One is barely in range, may actually be able to get a shot off. There it goes, hits it, and down goes the flak half-track. Nice combo shot there by the AT guns, and manages to quickly deal with the threat. Not before one of the squads does get suppressed. Manages to continue to crawl into the fight. Fusiliers in a very awkward situation as they are currently holed up in that house, but that house only has one window facing this direction, even though the building itself shows a second window on the top floor. And the window, the building itself is not ideal for fighting. You can see that it really only has one on each side, so squads in there aren't very effective. They're not utilized to their full potential. Weapon teams, however, like MGs, obviously, will, you know, work just fine. Fusiliers getting beaten and battered over on the right-hand side, down to 1 man. They barely make it out of there alive, as the snipers did get brought into the mix to deal enough damage. The flak panzer does back off after it does deal with the conscript squad, forcing it to retreat. We do have AT guns set up in the center of the road. They may have been able to throw some shots there at the flak half-track. It did actually get damaged, so it needs to back off. And xHoLyHammer gets himself the infantry support gun. I was going to say I thought I was wrong, but no, here it is. For a second I thought I was wrong and it wasn't the racketing warfare. But no, it was. So basically, light artillery gun there. And it's quite effective and quite annoying. Snipers push up, getting in range of the Fusiliers, getting some shots off on them. Down goes another one, bleeding that manpower. AT guns getting some shots in there for support, but, well, not really going to do much unless it gets lucky with a hit there. And there we go. xHoLyHammer now starting to concede some territory. We see that Paul.a.D. is recovering his own territory slowly but steadily. We do have a squad behind the lines. This is a Volks Grenadier squad popping into this house. The conscripts are capturing the fuel point on the left-hand side and are just backpedaling a little bit into the cover of this hay bale, getting out of range of those Volks Grenadiers. Flag half-track is being moved in that direction. We do have the snipers converging. The AT guns are one defending the center, and the other one is a little bit further back on the left-hand side, not able to provide support for those conscripts. They instantly get suppressed, forced to retreat, and off they go. Not a lot happening just now. Conscripts going for the munitions. No, they decide to go for the fuel. No, they decide to go for the munitions. No, again for the fuel. Okay, so a little bit of indecision there. The snipers realize that they are Volksgrenadier squads in there. Shots fly down to 2 men on that Volksgrenadier squad. The conscripts push forward. Gonna get in range of the flag half-track, getting themselves suppressed and probably pinned down. No, they managed to survive a barrage. The not AT, but the artillery gun, infantry support gun, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, is taking some shots there at where the snipers were. These snipers do manage to move out of the way and are going to go capture that munitions. AT guns getting brought into the mix. For some reason it's frozen. And, oh, there you go. Not sure what happened there, but there you go. Right hand side, conscripts pushing forward, getting on top of the Raketenwerfer, forced it to retreat. Cool thing about the Raketenwerfer is that it can actually retreat, unlike AT guns for the Soviets or the Americans or the Oster. The Raketenwerfer is very small, so it can actually get the hell out of there very quickly. It has the wheels there, much like the heavy machine guns from the Soviets, like the Dushka and things. Pretty cool looking. Not that these don't have wheels, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Never mind. Okay. Fusiliers pushing into the center. Volksgrenadiers moving over on the right-hand side. Snipers are in place. They are still alive. They have taken some shots themselves, but they are providing support there for... Oh, very nice shot there by that infantry support gun. Up to 5 kills now. The conscripts sitting there taking some more damage. Sniper is on the field. The other sniper did retreat as it's going to get patched up there by the medics. It's a very good idea to do that because, well, snipers are very fragile and, well, if they're already damaged, slight breeze will kill them. Conscripts trying to capture the point. Victory point is less than 300 now for HOI-PauL.a.D. 382 still left for HOLyHammer. Raketenwerfer on the right. We have the Flak Panzer still moving around. Only one Flak Panzer, nothing being recovered or moved. And we have Tier 3 down for HOLyHammer. The Juer Panzer Headquarters. And we shall see what he decides to build from that. Does also provide him with a flak gun on top, which is very strong, or well, decently strong. I don't know, but it's a threat, you know, keeps stuff at bay. So there we go. Conscripts on the right-hand side, force away once again the Raketenwerfer as it can't really just stay there. The support gun getting some shots off. Yeah. And the conscripts just backpedal after capturing the point, and they're gonna hold up in that house. That house, again, not very well suited for infantry to pop into because, well, they only have one window to shoot from. But they obviously will be getting the benefit of the support there. Snipers getting some shots off on the Storm Pioneers, force them away once again. And we have capping going over on the far left and far right. Conscripts pop out once again, and they're going to go and continue to capture the point. And shots are flying at the house now. Ooh, very unlucky combat engineer squad getting caught very out of position there by a Fusilier squad. It tries to move out of the way, but it cannot swim with a Sipple strapped to its back and only ends up getting shot in the face by the G43. Snipers do get brought into the mix, though, and they're getting some shots off on the Fusiliers. The Fusiliers lose 2 of their men very quickly. They move in to intercept the snipers. The snipers will be getting shot back at. However, the Fusiliers are losing men left and right. Down to 2 men on the Fusilier squad. If it doesn't retreat now, it will get killed. The snipers taking shot. Down goes 1 man. Second shot misses, and the squad makes it out of there alive. Just barely, but it does. Center map, Volks capturing. Right-hand side, Raketenwerfer being used to cap. And far right, another Fusilier squad going for the fuel as a conscript squad goes for the victory point on the far right-hand side. AT guns just sitting around, getting some nice barrages. Oh, nice hit there. Gets a Volksgrenadier. Second shot nails the car, but the squad makes it out of there. Another AT gun over here on the right-hand side. And That's about it. We see something burning here. Not exactly sure what. It's not coming from the infantry, so these guys may have thrown something that burned. They only... Oh, well, it may have actually just been a Molotov. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, there it goes. That's a Molotov. I haven't played Soviets in a while, and I actually forgot that conscripts use Molotovs. And, well, before the Western Front armies came out, Molotovs had fallen out of favor. Nobody was using them, so... My bad. Conscripts again running into that flag half-track, doing quite a good job here, but just being more of a nuisance than anything. House collapsing under the weight of itself as a shot from that mobile howitzer hits it. Conscripts going for the fuel point, down to 2 men. Panzer Storm Pioneers, I want to say Panzer Grenadiers, Storm Pioneers going for the victory point, managed to get it. Snipers on the right-hand side getting 2 shots off on the Storm Pioneers. Storm Pioneers forced to retreat. The snipers will not be able to get some shots off here. As these guys retreat, conscripts will shoot them, but there are only 2 men left on the conscript squad, so not a lot of DPS, and they will get out of there. Far left, mines getting laid down here by HOI-PauL.a.D. Sneaky maneuver, however, the Volksgrenadiers do spot them in the process, and the combat engineers retreat. Mine gets cancelled, money refunded, and nothing really happened. No vehicle play here by either player. I mean, aside from the flag half-track and the initial scout car for HOI-PauL.a.D, nobody's actually getting vehicles, which is weird. I mean, not really too weird, but, you know, it's, I suppose, uneventful. Not much is happening here aside from slight skirmishes back and forth all over the place. Snipers just doing a lot of damage there to the infantry squads, forcing them to retreat and such. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously evident that, yeah, that is exactly what I was going to talk about. It is evident that Paul is waiting for a call-in. He's not going to waste his fuel in building additional tech to call in vehicles when he has the ability to call in T-34-85s and IS-2s. IS-2 now on the field for HOI-PauL.a.D, and xHoLyHammerx will now have a very difficult time of this, and will have to come up with a response. He does have a Raketen-Werfer, but that is it. One Raketen-Werfer will not stop an IS-2 by itself, so it needs a little bit more help. We also do see the Obersoldaten on the field for xHoLyHammerx, and well, obviously that's because he has the tier 3. So there you go. So yeah, the Raketen-Werfer, try as much as it can. Just gets itself annihilated, loses its squad members. The IS-2 could actually focus down the weapon and kill it if he is so inclined. We do see, however, a tank being produced here by xHoLyHammerx. Most likely, well, actually I don't know. Is it going to be the Panther to try and deal with the IS-2? We shall see. It is about 75% done, so we shall realize what it is rather soon. Left-hand side. I don't know where it actually came in. Damn it! Oh, around here. Okay. Conscripts going for the cap of the fuel point. We do have a Volksgrenadier squad behind there. And there it goes. And we now have a tank on the field. The Jacked Panther. Jacked Panther coming on the field for xHoLyHammerx. We haven't seen this. At least not we haven't played against it. So let's take a look at what it says. It says the low-profile Jacked Panther... Well, Jacked Panzer... 4 hunting tank mounts the Panther's effective 7.5 centimeter 70 main gun into a well-armored sloping superstructure. The Jacked Panther is a very effective tank destroyer capable of hitting hard from long range. So yeah, I mean, we've seen these type of tanks before, back in Vico and such. But yeah, it's a tank destroyer. It doesn't have a turret, does a lot of damage, has a decent amount of armor because of its low profile and sloped armor. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything else. It just kills him. That's all. That's what it's good at and does what it does. Does what it does. And it apparently has a tree built inside to camouflage itself. With that, everybody's going to think that it's actually a tree. So that is surprisingly good camouflage. Highest technology here for the Germans. Sorry. Just find that funny. Anyways, right-hand side, some combat engineers retreating as they do run into some Obersoldaten. Obersoldatens are equipped with those LMGs, or the MG34 LMGs, so they're very good against infantry, so they're gonna have a tough time. Snipers in the center, however, are doing giving HOLyHammer a very difficult time. His infantry just keeps getting knocked around and forced away. AT gun set up in the center to stop any approaching tanks. We do still have the Jack Panzer on the field. And yeah, it's a little bit damaged at about 75% strength, 80 maybe. The IS-2, however, took a little bit of a bigger beating and needs some heavier repairs. That one is at about 75, maybe 60% strength. Down goes the squad there to the hull guns of the IS-2. The Obersoldaten are a little bit in a little bit of a tough spot. That heavy machine gun on top is just brutal. Obersoldaten running into more conscripts. The Jack Panzer getting some damage in on that IS-2. The IS-2 also getting shot at by the Flak Panzer it was, I think. Not taking too much damage from that, but there it goes. Jack Panther going to be returning fire. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say returning fire. She's going to be firing at the IS-2. The IS-2 will not be able to return fire as it does not have the range. It needs to get the hell out of there. The repairs will not be sufficient. We also see a artillery barrage, which is, wow, that is just, holy shit. That is from the breakthrough doctrine. It's just barrages a sector with artillery and then pops smoke afterwards, yeah. So it allows you to basically bombard something, break the defenses, and then just make your push undercover. The cover, not really working in this situation, as it just actually provides cover to the enemy, but, you know, it's a very impressive ability, which, you know, makes sense with the whole breakthrough doctrine, you know, line of thinking, but, well, not gonna work in this situation. Conscript in the center, just capturing some stuff. AT gun sitting back, and we have a Fusilier squad popping into a house. Howitzer getting some shots off at a distance. Not sure at what though. What is it shooting? It's just shooting into the center. Black Panzer moves up, getting some shots off there on the conscript. The conscript do manage to capture the victory point. Victory point 270 for both players, essentially. 270 for Paul, 279 for HOLyHammer. So pretty dead even match here. However, you can see with the unit count, I mean, come on, compare this bar with this bar. Paul.a.D is in a very dominant position there, so he should be rather fine. Fusiliers over on the left-hand side, capturing some points. They're going to run into some snipers. The snipers just ridiculously good in this matchup. 26 kills on one sniper squad, 36 on the other. 27 and now this one, but yeah, I mean, over 60, well, am I right? Yeah, over 60 units killed between both of them. Both of them veteran C3, so there we go. Squad did die at some point, somewhere. What it was, I don't know. Over on the right-hand side, probably. Yeah, I mean, we see some conscript corpses just sitting around there, so probably a conscript squad. Not entirely sure about it, but man, can't go wrong with saying the conscripts died. That usually happens. IS-2 barreling over to the left-hand side, running into those Fusiliers. The Fusiliers retreating. That is a Veterans Day 5 squad. Those are very nice to look at. We have Obersoldaten trying to go for the victory point. They do manage to get the decap, but the IS-2 is going to sit on top of them and lay an egg. And they retreat because they don't want eggs. Nobody likes eggs. And there we go. Left-hand side. Wait, what am I talking about? Combat engineers going over to the victory point. The IS-2 sitting pretty there. Not very opposed, and I completely missed it. The Jag Panzer actually went down. I missed it when it was just sitting there shooting at this, so I'm assuming maybe the AT guns moved up and got some kills. I mean, we got one vehicle destroyed on this AT gun, may have been the Flak Panzer, and we have one vehicle destroyed on this one. So yeah, it may have actually been that. One vehicle destroyed as well, so who knows? One of them just decided to take the initiative there and kill it, but down went the Jack Panzer. We get another one on the field as HOLyHammer, well, really needs one to be able to deal with this IS-2, because the IS-2 is just roaming freely. There is nothing on the field that can actually stop it. Nothing at all. I mean, the Flak Panzer may be able to get some damage on the rear, but I mean, it has to be, you know, stationary when it shoots, which is not really going to work out in front of an IS-2. Jack Panzer running into the IS-2. The IS-2 shoots it in return, says hello. Panzer returning fire and backing off. We see a IL-2 strafing run coming down on top right of all the infantry. The Jag Panzer actually taking the hits there, getting damage on it. The flak gun trying to get some damage in there as well. Mobile howitzer infantry support gun just backing off. Jag Panzer pushing up, backing off. The flak guns do, however, manage to take down the plane as well. There's just too much anti-air available there. I mean, between this building and the flak half-track, that's going to go down very quickly. But with an AT gun being brought up to support and the IS-2 just able to tank all the damage without any real threat, down goes the Jag Panzer. Another IS-2 gets called into the field. A lot of barrages go into the enemy site, and that is probably going to be GG. Conscripts are forced to retreat as the flak gun is able to inflict a lot of damage on them, but HOI-Hammer throws in the towel, surrenders, and that is game. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.